gonna shoot you! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I don't want to hear anything out of you! Be quiet!
When we talk about prevent, deter, detect, defend, prevent means those things that prior to an event that you do in your lifestyle and activities that you take so you ensure that you potentially don't become a victim. Things like not creating specific times when you leave your workplace, not performing specific rhythm to comings and goings, and creating habits and patterns that are easy to spot. It's knowing when to leave work. It's knowing whether or not you can leave with someone else so that you have at least a second pair of eyes. When you're leaving by yourself in the hours of darkness, you increase your risk. Deter means those things you do about yourself and about your surroundings. Secure surroundings, your ability, your training to defend yourself, to make yourself a hard target. Moving with confidence and with purpose. Detect is your ability to spot a potential attack before it's right up on you and at close quarters. And then defend are those skills that you learn, the ability to apply weapons, whether they're personal weapons or whether they're a firearm, in order to defend yourself. How to utilize the environment around you to your advantage and attempt to minimize some of the perpetrator's advantage. Let's talk about when you're leaving the bank. When you first came out, you come out with both hands full, tied up. You had a phone in your hand, your focus was on the phone. When you're locking the door, you went from the phone to the door, you locked the door, you went right back to the phone, you headed towards your vehicle. Totally unaware of what's going on, what we call condition white. Unaware, very easy to become a victim. We want to be in condition yellow. We want to be able to spot things as they occur. We want to be situationally aware of our surroundings and our environment. So if we were to change it a bit, when you exited your workplace, you would come up to the doors, but before you would exit, you'd take a good look around. See what's there. Is there anything that is indicative of a problem before you exit? Because the last thing you want to do is exit. And then once you lock the door behind you, it's going to be very difficult to get back in. And then when you come out of the store, your head's on a swivel. You can look where you need to put the key, but you can also stay up and aware while you lock. You turn around, you take another scan. If you've got items to carry, you want to keep your strong hand free, particularly if you're armed. You want to have the ability to utilize that hand. When you tie it up with various items, it's very difficult to shed them from both arms. We suggest you just keep them all in one arm. Or if you don't have to have something in your arms, you don't have it. If there's things that you can leave behind, we leave them behind. But if you are coming out and you have things to carry, do your best to ensure that you have your strong arm free. That's the one that will be used physically to defend you. That'll be the one that you will use to apply power. It's also the one that if you are armed, you'll use to access your weapon. Then when we move with a purpose. But we move scanning our environment, our head up. We're not tied up, our hands are free. We're able to look and see what's going on. We spot directly where we are walking, and we're able to ensure that we get from here to there. If something were to happen, and we are unsure of what's occurring, the first thing that we do is get rid of those things that would be an impediment to us. We just lower the bags and let them go. We now have the ability to run if we need to run. We have the ability to fight. If we're going to fight, we have the ability to access a firearm, another weapon if we have it with us. All right? When you talk about defend, we're talking about your skills, weapon skills. We're not just talking about a firearm because you might not always be able to use a firearm. But we are talking about your ability to apply your own self as a weapon, to be able to use personal weapons, power strikes rapidly, powerfully, aggressively, to build space and time between you and a suspect. One of the things we're going to try to do, particularly if they're larger, more powerful, more determined, is try and keep objects between you and them. The phone is not in our bag. The phone is in a pocket, someplace where we can get it. If we dump all our gear and we don't have our phone, who's going to call 911? So we can dump our gear, we can access our phone. We're going to move to a point of cover as rapidly as we can. We're going to use aggressive voice commands to try to stop the attack. And then if we are armed, and we do meet the legal standards for the application of deadly force, we're going to apply deadly force. Then once we've applied deadly force, we're going to go through all of our follow-through procedures. We're going to ensure that the person's down, that we're going to stay covered on. We're going to scan quickly to make sure that he doesn't have any friends or anything else around. We're going to dial 911. We're going to give instructions from ourselves, give the details from our cell phone to the dispatcher who's sending the police, and then we're going to take some instruction and stand by until the police get there. So let's see how we might do this a little different. Let's try it again.
Sounds good.